in 2016, to be precise, firstly, I am a workaholic. I work back to back, and I'm this kind of person that when I work, I just fix my work squarely. When I'm working, I just do the work, and most times I'm doing that, I just forget to eat.
Unknown to Jovita Nonso, who went about her daily activities without knowing she had anemia. Her packed cell volume, PCV, a part of the full blood count tested, was so low that it was a miracle that she could still move about. Before now, she had been experiencing fainting spells at intervals, but ignored them. She felt she wasn't getting enough rest. When she visited the hospital, the doctor's report showed she had malaria parasite plus, and he recommended immediate admission, but Jovita declined and asked to be given the medications instead.
And I said, why, doctor? He said, your case is kind of like severe. That you even walking on the road and not falling down, it's a miracle that we won't let you do. I'm like, doctor, I didn't really plan for that, so I can't stay. The doctor insisted I stay back in the hospital, but I was bent on going.
She did this because she wanted to attend service that very day.
So on a Wednesday service, I went to church. While the registration was going on, pastor was meeting me. She said, "No, so come out." When I came out, she said that she was in a trance and that she saw me crossing the road, and all of a sudden I slumped in the center of the road. That said, so you don't have any blood.
Attending that service was the saving grace that changed the narrative and saved her life. While ministering during the service, Pastor Faith called her out and told her she saw in the realm of the spirit as one dead and that her blood count was very low. She confirmed to her that she had been feeling faint and dizzy of late. Pastor insisted that a chief nursing officer who was a member of the church should take a blood sample from Nonso and run PCV tests to confirm what she saw. It took several attempts to get a few drops from her body.
She would insert the syringe to draw blood, nothing was coming out. So she went back to pastor to tell pastor the outcome that she wasn't able to get blood from any of my veins. The pastor told her, go back, you get out of blood this time.
When the result from the laboratory came out, it confirmed what pastor saw and showed her blood count was 10%.
It was way below what a normal human being should live with. 10%. You can try, you can Google, you can ask your doctor, what does it entail for a normal human being to still be walking on the road having just 10% of the blood in his or her system? It is indeed a miracle.
She had to begin an immediate transfusion, but in the process of transfusing the third pint of blood was a reaction which led to swelling.
All of a sudden, I started feeling unease. Then some pains around my chest region, and I felt that maybe it was the way I was lying down. And I told the nurse they had to change my position. But after, it was as if mosquito was biting me. Apart from those bites, I just began to sweat. They stopped the blood transfusion. And I remember it was when I told them I wanted to throw, and then they took me to the bathroom, and that was all I could remember.
She had a cardiac arrest and passed out. The nurse tried to resuscitate her, but all attempts failed. After a while, the nurse noticed that she had become cold and stiff. She was dead. The nurse was not moved because prior to the commencement of the transfusion, Pastor Faith had told her that if any challenge occurs during the transfusion, she should not panic but remain calm. Based on this instruction, she remained calm and called Pastor Faith, who instructed her to take the phone to where Jovita was lying down dead. She rebuked the spirit of death and commanded her spirit to go back to her body. Before they knew what was happening, warmth returned to the body gradually. When she came to herself and became conscious of her environment, the first thing she asked was, "What happened to me?" This was how Jovita Nonso came back to life.
I just want to thank God, and for using Pastor Faith as at that time to bring me back to life. Just want to give God praise.
Since then, her life has been making upward and forward progress. Today, she's bubbling and alive and works as a staff member of the ministry.
Divinity is at work in humanity. Thank you.